fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. This is just kidding. About to go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks. About to go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatically. Bankroll showing that I know it don't strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose and the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feel it. Picking the players, they all never time. You can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just post a list. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go.
Just cash.
Go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks. Let's fucking
Just
go.
cash.
Bucky's ass. This is just cash. About to go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks. About to go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks. We about to go big. We about to go big.
Just cash.
About to go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks. About to go big. Kill him with the Prizepicks.
Yo, what's good, fam? What's up? Welcome back. It is Just Cash. What? Joined as always by your host, Just Cash. And Underrated, what's good, man? How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Every time I can come on here and talk to you about WNBA and push some buttons with some sound effects, it's fun, man. I can't deny it, man. How you feeling, man? You were sick last week. I'm glad you're back. Feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling back to 100%. Thankfully, Saturday was starting to really turn the corner on feeling better. But last week was awful. Sorry about that, guys. I know we had a scheduled stream that ended up having to be canceled. And yeah, man, I was dying last week. That was no fun. But I am better, so we are back at it. We got a bit of a light schedule to start this week. Yesterday, obviously, we were off, and today, just one game, and then tomorrow we are off as well. But the rest of the week's going to be, pretty eventful, so quite a few games on Thursday, and then, man, what a weekend, huh? Oh, my goodness, what a weekend.
Murdered it, bro. You were in the Discord. You saw the plays by the man. Hold on, let me play the GOAT button again. We haven't played the GOAT one in a minute. There it is. A bunch of GOATs for you. Yeah, it was 7-2, I think you were on Saturday, huh? Or was it Sunday? Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
No, that's right. Today's Tuesday.
Sunday.
Duh, today's Tuesday. All the days run together for me. Anyways, digressing back. Sunday was amazing.
Yeah, Sunday was phenomenal. We went 6 out of 6 on the top plays, and then the first half plays, only 1 of 2. A bit unfortunate there, but still, yeah, main plays all came through without, honestly, they weren't really even a sweat. The only real sweat was Skylar, and that's just because Golden State put that belt on them and ended up smacking them by almost 30. So that was definitely a surprise. Did not see that coming.
Golden State is something else. Boy, I tell you. 84-57. Holy moly. That's wild.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. But to say the least, we're kind of catching our stride here again. We had a couple really solid days. I know Saturday was pretty much light work. And then Paige ended up getting ruled out last minute there. So that kind of made that game unappealing. But all in all, catching our legs again, and we got thankfully I think a few days just to kind of enjoy the R&R, spend some time for the holiday. I wanted to look and see we're even off on the 4th of July as well, so this will be kind of a skeleton week, the after first month marker here, getting a nice little break again. So But this weekend should be pretty solid. We got 2 games, and then Sunday with 3 games. But the schedule, I know we've been off on Mondays for the most part, but this next week after the 4th moving forward, we will have games on Monday, and then it's pretty much games every single day, as you can see here. So schedule is about to pick up. It is about to get real busy, y'all.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. The live betting has been pretty good off and on. There's some good value that way too. So it's always fun when there's some games going on at the same time. Get some good value there and bust the bookie's ass. So with that being said,
100%.
Only one game, but I mean, it's a big game. No Caitlin, that sucks, but I know you like Collier.
It is. Yeah, we got our Commissioner Cup finals tonight. Indiana traveling out to Minnesota. We're going to be without Caitlin Clark, as Underrated mentioned. She did get ruled out earlier on today, so bit unfortunate there. We did see the spread move, I believe, from 8.5 to about 11.5. So going to be interesting. Going to have to see some players step it up again. And before we get into it, if you guys do us a huge favor, because we always like to forget, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that button down below. That way you guys don't miss out whenever we do go live. And if you're not a part of the Discord, that's really where the good value is going to be. Links down below for that. Make sure you guys check it out. I know you had a bunch of MPV going on last night. Not sure if you peeped the board today, but we got some potentials later on this evening, possibly.
Oh, yeah, there's a few good ones. Definitely probably pair them with some live WNBA like I like to do. Since there's only one WA game, we'll be able to get a couple plays in with the combination. And I have this nice rolled fresh joint right in front of me that makes this even better. So let's get into it. And what's up, Ghost Rider? He said Europe?
Okay, I like it. Okay. So hopping into it, I mean, obviously with one game, can't really take any money lines per se. It's going to be a cup game tonight. Honestly, I'll say today's going to be more of a spectator sport than anything. Keep the betting fairly light. The pregame bets are going to be, I think more of a 60-40 today. Live betting could be pretty nice. So if we do get the opportunity for that, we will continue. You could probably take, some combination between I hate taking New York whenever they get so high like this, but I'm actually kind of surprised they're not over 1,000 already.
Yeah, New York has been shitty though.
They've been struggling, man. Sabrina's been struggling. I don't know what's going on with her. I did like Phoenix here, though. I know they are traveling out to Dallas, but Enrique also did not practice today, so there is some chance that she could end up sitting. But I kind of like this. This minus 325 looks pretty good right now.
Yeah,
so
that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, you could do something, with this, and then sprinkle in New York. Yeah, that'd give you minus 144. So if you want to take 3 money lines, that is a route that you could probably consider.
Sean the Don Drake is here.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Good to see you, buddy. Okay, so we had one of our first plays was Feezy, big Feezy, and I was super confident this was going to bump, man. I couldn't believe she opened at 22.5. She is up to 23.5 on basically every site, pretty well even money. So if you guys, again, were in the Discord, you locked in that early value, and Prizepicks, of course, was able to bump that all the way up and then give us that for a taco. 18 points flats is kind of weird, man. I think that's kind of an odd choice. We normally never get a taco discount at a flat number, but it is what it is. She should score at least 20 today. I got her down for about 25 points. So if you guys don't have her already in, does this stay for another hour after this? I can't even remember.
Looks like only 13 minutes, right?
I know it counts down from the top of the hour, but the timer sometimes or half the time is not working. So let me peep the Discord voting real fast. If you want to get up on some questions, catch up on chat and stuff, we can do that.
Yeah, we just got Big Ghost in here. He says, Yurt, and we got Big Sean in here. Sean the Don Drake says, hi, gang, I'm back. And there's really not anybody else with questions today. I think it's just one game, people chilling, no Caitlyn. I mean, what you gonna do? So we're just here to chill and find this little bit of value. I know Collier was a good one for sure. I see a lot of people on Collier today. I mean, that makes sense. I think she's coming off of kind of a tough game for her last game, coming back from injury, so her line's a little lower than normal. And that taco, usually tacos look like shit, but that taco looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this one. I mean, I don't think I would dare hedge the original line under necessarily, but yeah, she should get 20 points. I mean, this one shouldn't be that big of a problem. I didn't see that Prizepicks also gave us a free glizzy taco. They kind of do this every year for the hot dog eating contest, but we did get Joey Chestnut at a free square, so that's pretty exciting. Glad to see that.
Sean says, will we have NFL streams during the season?
Hey, it's possible. I mean, Underrated's our big tackle guru here, so if you want to do that, I mean, I don't see any reason why we probably couldn't.
NFL. I don't know about that, Big Sean. Carissa Aubin says under on Boston with CC out. Under on Boston with CC out. Now, I was definitely on that last game, and she burned the shit out of me. So I definitely know without CC, Boston hasn't been scoring, but last game was a different story. And we're going against Minnesota. What do you think about that? It's hard to know, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of really relying on efficiency because, take a look at last year. She played pretty well against them, I will say. Obviously, coming off of, again, efficiency, she had 8 of 11, and the other game, 9 of 15, which is pretty good. So, I mean, they are kind of erring on the side of caution today. I mean, we remember last game, she was all the way up to 16 and a half points on the books, and she hasn't moved from this 14 and a half. So I don't know. It's kind of tough here because had they been aggressive with her outside of all her other lines have kind of bumped around a little bit, but the points have stayed the same. So it is a tougher matchup. I mean, Feezy and Alana both are really solid at the pick and roll game, but she kind of loses a little bit of that luster with CC being out. So really, you're just going to be sweating how many times, can she hit that mid-range. So it's kind of one I kind of want to stay away from her, honestly, today, because we've seen just such a big gap between, when she is on, she's really on, and then the games that she's falling flat, she's not even close to hitting her goals. So the rebounding, has looked really, really good over the last couple games here, but even that is kind of suspect this season. So it's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough matchup. I think it's a great rebounding matchup for Boston, tougher scoring spot, and tougher assist, conversion rate overall, but I don't mind the unders. I mean, she's one player I think we could look at some kind of second half under consideration too, because a lot of the times if she's playing really, really well, it's going to come off of the first half performance. So you especially Underrated, you've been able to catch these over compensations that Prizepicks is doing in these live bettings. But you take a look at here, I mean, over the last couple games, she's just doing all her damage in the first half, and then it kind of tapers off in the second half. So it's something you could kind of get away with. I think a decent hedge bet. You could even consider taking like a stab at her full game points and then hedging it with a live under, or you could take her first half line here, which really wasn't adjusted. She's been 16 and a half, 17 and a half fantasy for a minute now, and kind of getting after it too. So I'm a little hard pressed to take her unders today because she's just, and again with the team, they are kind of short on some of the bodies with Dantas still being out in the backcourt. It really just leaves Boston, Howard, and then sprinkle in, Sophie, Hull, Turner, and et cetera, et cetera. So true center position is pretty well just Boston.
Their team is so gross without Caitlyn. It's just nasty. That brings us to Futon Bets. So Futon's here. What's up, bro? He says Boston under assists. I know that's been a decent play. What do you think about that one today? I know with CC out, it definitely gets scarier. What did she do last game as far as assists? Do you know?
She had I think, 3 assists this last game, but only 1 assist the game before that. And I mean, these are 2 really, really good matchups. So that was actually quite surprising. I know personally she kind of burned me on this Dallas matchup because I had her for 4 or more assists, but it is kind of weird to see, and especially this game. I mean, dude, she had 5 steals. Like, how do you only have 1 assist with 5 steals? So that was very, very strange. But Ari McDonald, I mean, hey, shout out to her. Last game she had 6 assists and kind of doing her thing. So it's really just been McDonald and Kelsey Mitchell doing a lot of, the mainstay ball handling duties. And then, you sprinkle in Sophie, sprinkle in Sydney Colson off the bench. But yeah, I don't know, man. We kind of saw this little trade-off here with Boston. She kind of stopped here, and then the other 2 wing players are doing a little bit more. So that one I probably get a lot more. And last year she didn't hit that line at all against them.
It seems like a cool one would be, and thanks for bringing that up, Futon, because it reminds me, on Hot Streak you can alt that one up to 4.5 and maybe go with the under. That might be interesting depending on the payout, but I don't think she's going to get 5 assists now. She has with Caitlin out, but this is Minnesota, and I mean, she'd have to have a really good game to get 5 assists. And Ayo's here too, by the way.
Hey, what's up, man?
He says, E-money forever, and underrated beats forever, and Ayo forever. Ayo forever, bro. What's up, bro? Who you got today, Ayo? Let us know in the chat if you don't mind, sir. What you on today? So, yeah, look at those assists. Last 5 is wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So, it depends.
And some of these were really good matchups again. I forgot they had Vegas in the mix as well. So, I mean,
the difference with Caitlin and not Caitlin, though, is the part. It's so different.
Right. And how we were talking about also with Howard earlier, too. So, there's been a couple different moving parts of this offense with Howard kind of playing, uncertain minutes. Then we had Bonner, who left the team. Now we have Ari McDonald, who's playing really sustainable minutes again too. I mean, she played almost 30 minutes this last game, so it's a little difficult. The biggest again fear with Boston is just she plays so many minutes. Her and Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull will play all the minutes they can handle.
Christian Riley says Smith rebounds.
Yeah, I saw that was a pretty big field favorite earlier. Well, whenever they first dropped the board, it was one of the number 1 play. Let's see, where did it go? Yeah, they actually took it down from a demon play. That's kind of interesting because that play had some massive juice on the under. It was like minus 150 something.
How's she been lately? She's playing way more minutes in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, well, so the thing is too, we had Jessica Shepard come back this last game, so that's also something you got to kind of put in the back of your head here.
That's huge.
But right.
Did she play less minutes because of that, or same amount?
No, I mean it was just a blowout. So okay. I would say Alana is pretty well. Should be locked in for about 30 minutes, 30 minutes, but she does run the risk. She runs a couple of risks. One, foul trouble, always a thing for her, foul/injury trouble. And then also, if just that second unit plays a little bit better than the first unit, she could lose out to some production and minutes to Jessica Shepard, who, I mean, she's been playing really, really well. So there is, just kind of that looming threat. But the rebounds looked really, really good. I will say I was all for that. I'm kind of surprised the odds have flipped that dramatically. I mean, that's insane. I've never seen that. She was minus 150 something yesterday, man. I shit you not. And now she's minus 138 for the over. So
weird.
Interesting. If you got it at the demon prop on Prizepicks in particular, I can get behind that. But another thing too is, if you're looking at green bars or recent productions, it's going to look really good too with Feezy only being back this last game. So these were a couple games without her on the court. something to consider there too. I don't mind it. I think the odds on it have moved probably a little too much. You could have got it plus money pretty much, in the last 24 hours. So if you're getting it now, get it on something like Prizepicks or somewhere that you get mostly full value. But yeah, I don't know. Alana Smith's kind of on the ban list for us, so I'm not playing her personally.
Oh, we get to put her in there?
Did we put her on there? I thought we did.
No, I was gonna, and then I was like, are we allowed to? And I didn't see your response, so I never did it.
Yeah, she's pretty close to a ban list herself, honestly, because, she's just like a glass cannon, man. I swear she's bump into her and she's injured for the game somehow.
Yeah, she's super inconsistent, too. Super weird. Ghost Rider says, Feezy under 8.5 rebounds, plus Link's money line is plus 129 on no vig. Link's money line, I definitely got on earlier, right when that Caitlyn news dropped. What do you think about Collier's rebounds under?
I don't think that's a bad call. The majority of the shots, from Indiana is probably going to come from that slasher role between McDonald and Kelsey Mitchell. I know Kelsey's been shooting a few more threes, but the team's been pretty unreliable from three-point shooting without Caitlyn, and it just kind of seems like they are interested in more of the pick and roll and slash the basket. So Feezy, I do like that call because of that back injury that she did have. She will, for the most part, try not to exert so much effort on gobbling up the rebounds as she will scoring. But the team should rebound enough. We just need them to just go out and do their normal thing. So I don't mind that call. It is kind of risky if she plays really high volume minutes like she can do. So if the game is close, Feezy is real live to go out there and play 37 minutes at least. So there is that, but I don't mind the call.
Okay. That works. If anyone has any other questions, throw them in the chat. So Feezy points you're on, we know. What other sneaky plays is there now with Clark out? Not many?
Yeah, honestly, man, I think there's just a few in consideration. Kelsey Mitchell is a player that you could definitely take a stab at. Obviously, she's going to have to pick up the slack, and we've seen that usage rating for her. This last game in particular, too, it was over 30% again. Just really had a lot of struggles to begin the season, so it's kind of hard to trust long term, especially coming off of what could be a season high game for her, or in the conversation for a top 5 performance at least. She had 32 points this last game. Played. I really, really wish she could play some more minutes, man. 33, 34 minutes is like the best we're gonna get out of her. The historic matchup, is pretty solid. She put up 20 plus points in all 3 games last year against him. I would really love for the line to be at 17.5, not 18.5, but I get it with Clark being out. Honestly, with her though, consideration for taking the full game at 18.5 if you want. It's plus money right now, but honestly, I'm just going to take that 14.5 alt points in with the taco today. Take my 2x, call it an even on that one. But yeah, so Kelsey Mitchell, some consideration for her scoring, but one play that is kind of hard to find on most sites, but Ari McDonald was a very interesting one today. You can get her, I think, on DraftKings at 10 plus points for like minus 160 or the 10.5 points here. But she's done pretty well so far, albeit in limited sample size. She's only played 5 games so far this season. But last game, again, like I said, almost 30 minutes, put up 13 points. She's been very efficient shooting. The volume could be a little bit better. It's been pretty well at this 8 to 9 range. But we did see multiple games, multiple free throws. So, we had 6 attempts, or 4 attempts, 8 attempts, 10 free throw attempts. So it's something very by design for this team, because Kelsey Mitchell also has been getting the same kind of production too. So 10 points, 10.5 points feels pretty low. I like the minutes. She could play even closer to 32 minutes for this game now that she's more acclimated with the offense. But 2 games back so far, hey, it's looked pretty good. Thus, it's a low sweat. It's a different kind of sweat for, not trying to chase Boston or Kelsey Mitchell for full points.
I feel it. If she's going to get the start again, which you assume she is, 30 minutes is nice for that low line. Makes sense for sure. LeBron Glazer, what's up? What's up? What's up? He said, Mitchell field goal attempts. What do you think about Mitchell field goal attempts now with Caitlin out? Do you think she gets more field goal attempts with Caitlin or less? That's an interesting one.
I'll be honest, dude. You know, that was kind of a play that I had on the radar as well, and trying to just really outweigh what's the easier path for victory, you know, for Kelsey Mitchell in general. The field goal attempts is really interesting. I will say I was really on the fence about this one. She didn't really pick up much production as far as when Clark went out, though, which is something that's kind of concerning. Like in that 5-game stretch, I mean, she only cleared it twice, and she's only did average about 14 and a half field goal attempts. So it wasn't something that she really, you know, translated towards scoring. And again, with their free throws is also kind of just an obnoxious part of that. Because, I mean, you can see in those games, though, she had 7 free throw attempts, 7, 10, 6, and 5. So maybe the trade-off in the scoring and the field goal attempts was coming there, but it didn't necessarily translate to the actual field goal attempts. So annoying drawback for her. She does get at the free throw line a bunch, but it could be an easier path for victory for her. And also with that being said, you know, her 3-point attempt, same thing. It's at 6.5. Both same hit rating, you know, 7 games so far this season for each of them. But I don't know, man. It's really kind of a 50-50 call between the two, because I do agree. I think that is honestly a shortened path for victory with the line. While it's at 15.5, if it goes to 16, I would not play it. No shot in hell. But 15.5, one of those two, decent shot to get there, but if she gets to the free throw line a bunch, it's going to really suck. So yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you on that one.
Sean's Life Lessons says, how about Boston field goal attempts? Now, if you don't like Kelsey that much, what does Boston do different here?
I mean, personally, I just hate playing bumps. You know, she did open, I believe, at 11 yesterday before we had all the news. So she's been bumped up a couple of times now. I mean, I get it. You know, she's been putting the ball up quite a bit lately, but it is concerning a little bit, because you got to imagine with Feezy. I mean, again, Feezy's one of the best defenders in the league. She could just end up squaring up more so with Boston, and they could just leave Alana Smith on Howard, because Alana is a little bit better of a, you know, kind of a stretch wing defender. But I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling about this play today.
Okay. Been flying you around today. It's pretty fun.
Nah, it's okay. I saw that. I thought I was tripping earlier because the behind the scenes thing has a little camera spot over there, and I was like, why do I have 2 of me over there?
Woo! All right, well, this joint's good. Let's get you back in position. All right.
I see that.
All right, well, we got 20 likes. Not too bad, my guys. One game, like we were saying before. Guess that's about it. Do you got anything else? I think we're to the end of the questions, unless anyone else has anything. I know there's props up for the next game, but that's already in 2 days away, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind waiting, then, you know, to each their own for that. But we did have one other play though. I actually forgot about this, but the Kayla McBride to get 6 or more 3-point attempts was another really, really appealing one.
That seems low.
We had it right.
That does seem low.
It does, man. We had a breakdown of it in the Discord. So again, if you guys were in there for that, are able to get that. I think she only missed this like twice this season, 3 times this season. Yeah, she's only missed 3 times this season, and one of them was low minutes, and the other 2 were tougher matchups. So yeah, 6 just felt really, really low for her. I mean, last year she gave them the business. She had 2 games where she had 10 plus on them. It is a bit of a tougher matchup overall, but just for the line that in general so far we've seen this season. I mean, she's basically taken a majority of the shots again from three this year. And yeah, just honestly felt like way too low of a line for her.
Yeah, it does. We know she likes to chuck those threes. Makes sense. I like all these questions today. They're all interesting. The field goal attempts, and then you like in the 3-point attempts. We know everyone's on Collier. Hopefully she comes through tonight. She should at least get that taco. She will. She will. That'd be wild if she didn't.
Yeah, no, I'd be pretty disgusted if she could not get that. Andy's allowing the most points in the paint, so she better.
There you go. Should be easy.
All right. Well, I think that's about it. Yeah, man. I don't know. Just something about this Boston field goal attempts. I could see her ending with 12 tonight, and I would not be surprised. Kelsey Mitchell has 20 plus field goal attempts tonight. This is going to be such a sweat.
All right, there you have it.
All right, then. Well, we kept it nice and short, about as best we could do, at least for the one game. But tomorrow we will be off. Thursday we're going to be back in action. We may do a late stream tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not really sure what we have going on necessarily just yet, but stay tuned for that. We'll keep you guys posted as far as that goes. But we're going to hop out of here and check out the Discord if you guys haven't already. Again, links down below for that. If y'all have any more questions or if you got any more ideas as well, you can hop in there, throw them out in the chat, and we'll go from there. So, Underrated, you got anything else, man?
No, of course, as we're bouncing out, we got a couple questions here if you want to look at those before we go. I don't know if you do, but let me know, and I will read them out to you. Or we can just say, no, guys, and just leave. Up to you.
Yeah, we can answer them real quick. Let's see,
okay. So Collier, back to Big Collier assists. You see that 3.5, and then the one after that was, would you touch Minnesota minus 10.5 spread? And then we can get out of here.
The spread, I would probably, man, that's right on the line, because all the cup games have been like right around 10-point spread so far. Like every single one of them have been within 10 points. I'd probably leave the spread alone. The over assist, a little bit tougher there. Indiana is actually allowing the least amount of assists in the league. So she's probably going to be leaned on a lot more scoring too. And you can see last year she only had one and two assists against him, but she dominated in the scoring. So wouldn't be surprised to see that also be the thing this year.
Okay, doke. And would you touch the spread? Pause.
Spread. And asking for 11 points and like, I mean, you got to think this is going to be kind of a tournament, or not tournament, postseason style preview here. We could see some weird stuff happening out there, but nah, I probably wouldn't touch the spread, honestly, because they could end with 10 points right on the dot, and that would be the shittiest thing ever.
Yeah, you never know.
No, we'll just take the money line.
That's easy.
Yeah. I feel a lot better about that. All right, Dan.
Julio.
Well, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go grab some grub before the game, and then we will lock in. I'm sure maybe not so much necessarily tonight. We'll probably get another game's worth of props for Thursday, but tomorrow, first thing, they'll be dropping props. So we will keep an eye out for that and go from there. So, all right, then. Well, as always, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us on this Tacoist of Tuesday. We'll catch you guys in the Discord. Good luck tonight. Have a happy Commissioner Cup Finals, and we'll catch you guys back here later. Peace.